front row forwards are contributing to the defensive effort like that. Just see the penalty. I think Sam Warburton. He's probably gone off his feet there, but he's fantastic at that. That's his game, and sometimes he's going to fall on the wrong side of the referee. Sometimes more often than not, he gets away with it, and he turns over a lot of ball.
The Fijian line-out does not present quality ball, and Nicky Little has to come over just to resurrect things. And Talai doing the job of his fly half. North calling for the mark. From there on 22. Pragmatic approach from Priestland. Karasoni, is known as a running fullback. If can keep hold of the ball, that is what Fiji wanted to do in this game. Looking to put the fun back into their rugby. It's been very relaxed off and on the field this week. They've been very disappointed with their performances thus far. Everybody eager to keep their hands on the ball. Out it goes to Lewaravo. Well, they're trying to play the rugby. It's just the conditions at the moment that really seem to be stemming the tide.
Yeah, difficult conditions, and great work by George North. You could see before the game Wales were practicing that, ripping the ball out of contact, and George North did it perfectly there. It was a great offload. And just see George North now, because he comes into the tackle, just ripping that ball out, and in these difficult conditions, that's a great thing to try and do, and he's done it very well there.
Yes, and I gave due credit to George North for that.
Crouch.
Rip, and it really worked well.
Pause.
Locking things down at the back of the scrum. Another real find. Since making his debut against the Barbarians and against his hero, George Smith was a replacement for the Barbarians on that day, so what a big day it was for young Toby Faletau, but now has really moved from strength to strength in this competition. He's been such a valuable asset, dynamic from the base of the scrum. Rebound, trying to dance his way around the front rowers, but pulled down by Samutha. And I think that's Bradley Davis who's taken a heavy hit there.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he was, I'm not sure where that happened. Maybe when he was trying to go into the ruck to compete for the ball. I think maybe as the Fijians were coming in to clear him out.
And the Cardiff Blues man just being kept absolutely stationary while they check that there's no neck or back problems. There's Alan Wynne-Jones, the obvious replacement off the bench.
Yeah, he's had a great World Cup, Alan Wynne-Jones. He's been an established part of the Welsh team for a long time and been a very good player, but in this World Cup he's really stepped it up and he's looked fantastic.
Look at those stats. Sometimes the stats just don't really give you an idea of the total thing, but 61% their possession to Fiji, and yet you look on the scoreboard and they've still got a bagel up there.
Yeah, I think sometimes that's the way Wales play as well. They're happy to defend, happy to have pressure put on them because they're so confident in their defence, and they force those turnovers by people like George North ripping that ball out like that, force the turnovers, and when they get them, they're deadly. We saw Jamie Roberts score that try like that from a turnover, and Scott Williams as well. They only need a sniff of an opportunity. Wales have got so much penetration throughout their team really that they can strike it whenever they get the ball, and that's what makes them such a dangerous proposition.
Good to see Bradley Davis coming back to his feet. The medics obviously checking everything there. We see the incident. See the problem there.
No, maybe just got a stinger or something. Just seen on his shoulder, or his head. It didn't look particularly bad, but he seemed to be testing for a bit of concussion.
Just over half an hour gone, and that man will not want to come off quite yet, that's for sure.
No, it's a big night for Bradley. He's obviously lost his place in the side to Luke Charteris, and he'd be desperate to put in a big performance to put his hand up for selection for the quarter-final next week.
It must feel like an audition for the quarter-finals now for all these starting 15.
Yeah, I think there's a few players. I think the selection again of the Welsh team has been good, because you look at a few of the players and they've really got a lot to play for. The likes of Lee Byrne, Lee Halfpenny, Scott Williams, you go through the team, Ryan Jones even, Bradley Davis, you know, they got Gethin Jenkins as well. They've got a lot to play for. They're really fighting for their places. There's 50-50 calls throughout the team, and it's great for Wales to be in that position, but like you say, they all feel under pressure tonight.
9 has a big white line. Just off it. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Again, very good control from Faletau. Sets it up for Phillips. Again coming across this time. Option to chip it through, but Priestland was ready. Beat his opposite number, but ball's still there for Wales. Roberts looks inside this time. Rees and Faletau offload it to George North. North puts his ears back, foot to the floor, pedal to the metal, and North is over for another try for Wales.
Fantastic, brilliant play from Wales. They only need half a chance and they just capitalise. It's great play and interlinking between the forwards and backs, and an excellent try. George North as well with the finish. Pretty impressive finish, just showed his pace and his footwork. Brilliant from Wales. Just see here, Jamie Roberts gets the ball. He showed some great touches tonight. Hugh Bennett, I think this pass was definitely forward. And then George North gets the ball in a bit of space, and he's deadly from that sort of range.
Well, North going over for his 9th try in the senior side, and only in his 12th international. That's some strike rate.
I think he's really going to. He's the type of player who's going to take the mantle of Shane Williams, as Shane Williams is finishing.
He's not going to take the shirt, though, is he?
No, definitely.
Wrong size.
No chance there. But no, he's that type of player. Like I think Gareth Thomas said in the studio earlier, he goes looking for the ball, and when you've got a winger who does that, it makes such a difference to your team.
Simple stuff for Reece Priestland. And suddenly Wales are going again with their 3rd try. Huge support here in the region. It really is red shirts and blue flags for Wales and for Fiji.
Yeah, that pass from Hugh Bennett to Toby Faletau was clearly forward, but the ref missed it, and Wales make the most of the opportunity.
The rain continuing to thread its way down. And Wales continuing to try and get width on their game. Again, it's out to North, now on his left wing, as his number dictates. Warburton quick to shovel it onto his fly half. But Priestland, surrounded as he was by Fijian shirts, setting it back, and Jamie Roberts sends it straight downtown. Kerrisoni expecting the kick to that far wing again, having to trundle across. And Priestland again. Oh, that was a forward pass as well, but I don't think Wayne Barnes was quite in the right angle to see it. Wales continue, halfpenny. I think he was looking for one of the front rowers. In the end, it's Scott Williams who sent it through to Talai. And the Fijians look like they're trying to improvise everything and consequently getting isolated. The ball getting increasingly more difficult as the rain continues to fall. Waikato, well, it's Maori for fast-flowing water, but I think that should refer to the river that runs through rather than what's coming out of the skies right now.
Great play again by Scott Williams. You see him with the turnover. They're just showing the forward pass again. So 2 missed forward passes for Wales, which is a bit disappointing for the Fijians.
Going to start thinking we're playing American football soon if we get many more of those.
Crouch.
It's a young front row for Fiji. Nailango and Samotha, just 22 and
Pause.
25, very inexperienced. Koto, the experienced man, in the middle of it. Look at them going back at a rate of knots. Well, the Welsh pack have had really no problem since the outset and continuing to keep the drive on in the pack. There's Lloyd Burns ready to come on.
Yeah, I'm not sure, an early change. I'm not sure what's up with Hugh Bennett. Oh, he's limping off there, you can see him. But Wales' scrum has got better and better as the game has gone on. Fiji had a couple of early good scrums, but you see here, just Wales, Fiji again, maybe, yeah, Fiji get a hit, and then Wales, the power's just coming through, all working together, and that's a great scrum, and it'd be it's awesome for Wales to have us pack that's doing that sort of damage.
Lloyd Burns on for cap number 6.
Touch.
Into the final 4 minutes of this first half. 3 tries in the locker for the Welsh. It really has pretty much gone to plan until now.
Holding on, they won the ball, but not under their own turn.
Good turnover from Nasinga, and I think it was Talai as well, working together, turning Toby Falatau over. So it's funny them Fiji had a great scrum and put Wales under a little bit of pressure and managed to force a turnover. Now they've got a great attacking position if they can secure the line-up ball. Yeah, just see there, the 2, 6 and the 8. Just getting over the top, Nasinga and Talai just turning Toby Falatau over. He was left a little bit isolated because of the way the scrum had wheeled. And like I say, Fiji got a great position if they can win the line-up ball.
Koto plays safe, throws to Nasinga at the front. Hurtava just slipping as he tried to get the ball, and the ball is there for the Welsh. Bradley Davis didn't realise that play was still going on. George North certainly did. And Wales running their way out of the 22. Pass from Roberts, not finding his man, and there's problems for Fiji. That's Sanaya Koto.
Holding on. Yeah. No penalty.
I mentioned the experience needed in the front of that front row from the Narbonne hooker. They've got Liami Vikosau on the bench. Koto going to try and get through to half-time, you suspect.
Wales are making it really difficult for Fiji when they do get good attacking positions. Wales' work in the contact area is superb. They're trying to rip the ball out of the tackles when the men are still on their feet. When the man goes down, they're jacking really hard, and they're really making it difficult for Fiji to get any sort of fluency into their play and build their confidence.
So Lloyd Burns, what a year it's been for him. Bricklayer playing club rugby 12 months ago, and now playing on the biggest stage in world rugby. George North powering through, up to the 22, offloads to his skipper, and Sam Warburton pins his ears back and slides in to send Wales into the quarterfinals. The bonus point is assured. That's what Wales were after first up.
Real high quality display from George North. Every time he gets the ball, he looks threatening. There's half a gap opened up, and just with his pace, he just burst through it. And it was a fantastic pass to find Sam Warburton as well. So you just see Wales mess up the line out. George North, a little show and go, steps inside, and this pass is really top class. He was going in between 2 men. He timed it perfectly, and Sam Warburton's got the pace as well to finish off a move like that.
Well, scored against Italy back in the Six Nations, now adding to it. And this try so valuable for Wales, and kind of symbolic that the skipper's led the way into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a point for his team, but Wales is strange. They haven't been that impressive in some ways, and just in terms of the set play and everything. But in terms of when they get a turnover, when they get half a chance, they just season on. They've got so much penetration throughout their team. It's they look a real threat inside.
Well, Reece Priestland continuing to threaten from the tee. 5 from 5 for the Scarlets fly half. And more changes now being made. Alan Wynne-Jones is going to come off the bench. In fact, he's stepped onto the park, and the referee said back in the changing rooms. It's half-time. Wales have done what they set out to do. The first step is complete. They've got the 4 tries. They've got the bonus point. It means they're in the quarters. Now they can enjoy the second 40 minutes, because the scoreboard at half-time here at the Waikato Stadium reads Wales 31, Fiji 0.
The kind of Welsh performance against Fiji that almost makes you forget 2007. Well, almost. Wales showing Fijian flair and thrilling finishing from their talented youngsters, and they lead 31-0 at half-time. Gareth, an outstanding first-half performance.
Job done, and this is exactly what we wanted. The pressure is off. I think what I would do now, take Adam Jones off, Sam Opton off, Jamie Roberts off, 3 influential players in today's team, but we've got to look forward now. We've got to look towards the quarterfinals. But you know, they've gone out there, they've done a job, done exactly what I was asked from, and done it in a very impressive manner.
Ireland won't be watching that, Gervin. They'll have